Oh, go ahead. I think it was.
Was Chiron? I don't know if I thought
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was good. Yo, so I honestly think this is a 10 out of 10 album.
You think this is a classic?
Chill
Off the rip.
Yo,
Yeah. It's my favorite Drake album.
Hey, hold on. By the way, hold on. Wait. And Kyron, I'm gonna
Is
throw
it
back
top
to you.
5 would drop this year though?
No, wait, hold on.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, hold on one second. I'm gonna throw it back to
bro.
Chiron, but to be honest, a lot of people, like I've seen this tweet a lot. They said, "Yo, this album is meant to be appreciated this album is meant to be appreciated by niggas who actually got stamps in their passport. This is like people who have traveled and shit." I heard that. So Chiron, he lives overseas.
It's not just that. It's an age thing, bro. Like, think about it. 10 years ago when Take Care came out, these kids were like 2 years old. They weren't outside to hear dance music when it was popping. It's not even the first time a black artist like this made dance music. Like, Chris Brown has Beautiful People. Usher has dance music like this. They just were young as and they've been inside for the last 3 years. They can't appreciate dance music because that's not their life.
But like, Chiron, what if they just don't think it's good? Like, what if they do appreciate dance music, but they don't think this is good? Like, can you fault them for that?
No, I could completely understand they don't think it's good, but at the same time,
if you don't got no point of reference, though, it's kind of like, how do you know if it's not good or not if you don't even listen to this type of job?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I got a counter to y'all. Got a counter to say to you even saying people like just don't think it's good. I don't think a lot of people understand the genre. Drake did this before, by the way. Remember the song with him and DJ Khaled, To the Max? Very Baltimore clubbish.
That was Jersey Club.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna say Jersey. I don't want to diss people in Baltimore, but yeah. So very Jersey Club inspired. And they went with that as a single. Drake was on it. It's Khaled's record.
But did it catch though?
Okay, but one might make the argument maybe the demographic is everybody in here who we used to hear a certain sound in Drake. We don't really. When's the last time? Like, listen. When the last time, for anyone who's of age and like who bar hop or something like that, right? If you go to a party town, do y'all go to the house club? Like, do y'all go to the club to hear a bunch of nigga shit, or have you ever been like, yo, I'm going to this party that's gonna play house music?
I mean that exists.
That's a better woman.
Like that, bro.
It depends on what type of woman you after. Like, if you after the girls who like to dance in a trance and like wear butterfly costumes, yeah, that's probably what you into.
Yo, come on.
Yeah, but if you go into the black shit, you're gonna get stabbed. Like,
Future, talk about throwing ones on bitches. Some niggas just go to them fucking feel good. You know, some of these niggas be on drugs, so they go to them wild ass clubs. It's kind of like a bar club in a way, more so than there's like the hood nigga club. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo,
so
by the way,
that type of shit,
if y'all like this album or not, yo, whether y'all like this album or not, right? I think I'm gonna tell you who to blame. This album is the creation and the brainchild of Gordo, aka DJ Carnage. Now, DJ Carnage came to Jersey a couple months ago, okay, and he was doing a club. It was called Headliner in Asbury, New Jersey. He said, "Act, pull up. I'm doing a set there." And I pulled up there, and I kid you not, I heard zero hip hop from the time I went in to the time I came out. They played all different type of genres. I didn't even know. Like, I'm watching the no rhythm white people in the crowd like move like fucking. They're moving like Rey Mysterio. I don't know what's going on. However, I'm gonna be honest though. What that opened me up to is that my ears and pardon me for this reference is nigga trained. Like, I like to hear 808s and it has a certain sequence with the kick drum here and the snap or the clap or the snare here and I'm used to hearing ad libs. There's a lot of like that genre is a lot of instrumental, limited singing, not over singing. You can't defeat the beat. It's all about the vibe. And when I went in there, they probably left out with a better experience than me in terms of saying this is the best shit ever. And it made me think, I'm like, damn, this is not my type of music that I could even really, you know what I mean, like even judge correctly. So I'm wondering, like, is anybody like me where y'all don't even listen to this type of music enough to know what's really good in this music or not? Because again, this is not a hip hop album.
It's a cultural difference, bro. Like, there's different. Yeah. Most of America will know Jumpman before they know No Shopping. Like, that's the difference.
So we can't compare this to hip hop, right? So Kendrick dropped the better hip hop album.
It's not a hip hop album. It's not even.
No, it's not a hip hop album. Like, that's what I'm saying.
All right, yeah, get it out of here then. Yeah.
I think you know the interesting thing about this album, dog, is like the real thing is like we're not really arguing music. We arguing placing in Drake's career in reference to what he just dropped, not really what the music is on there. Because most of the music on there is some shit like if he put out separately of a whole album of it, it would have been received very well. Most of these songs on here, but when you put them all together on one album, it kind of makes room for some things to be underwhelming. Like for me, I listen to house music on a regular, and I would say the thing that this album lacks for me is like it maintains a certain level of energy throughout. And yes, it does go up and down some, but the rate in which it fluctuates from up and down is not enough for me to keep me interested throughout the whole thing.
Kyrie, I respect that. Like, people don't really sit and listen to these type of things as like a full album, right? But I'll give you a good example. Remember 10 years ago when Rihanna was super hot? When she had like a new song with Calvin Harris and that shit was popping? That's what people are listening to. So think about it. If you're 22 right now, 10 years ago you were 12. And then these kids didn't even go to prom. Where the are they going to listen to this music? No one's in clubs anymore.
Not yet. Honestly,
true. Niggas are in clubs.
Honestly, niggas not shaking their hips enough to enjoy this.
Right. It's going to be a different type of club, though. You got to understand it's going to be like.
Nah, yeah. If you can't move your hips, you're not going to like this. And that's just facts. Shit. You're not going to even be able to comprehend what you're supposed to do.
I don't like how you make that sound if you can't move your hips. Like, pause.
That sounded.
Just throw that in.
Nigga shaking his hips in the club.
So hold on. You can't two-step to this music?
Oh, God.
And guess what? I'm going to be beating your chick's back in, too. That's the crazy part.
Yo, act.
What up?
You know what I feel like, bro, about this album, bro? Like, I don't think it's as bad as niggas say it is. But you know what I feel like why niggas are shitting on this album, bro? It like drags, bro. Like the album like drags so long. Like every song, like it was to the point when you was playing an album, and I didn't know when the song skipped. Like each song sounded like the last song.
You fucked up by not showing the titles, bro.
Yeah,
they all intertwined.
And I ain't gonna lie, Act.
It didn't intertwine. No, the hell it didn't. That shit did not intertwine.
We were on song 3, and I thought we were still on the first song.
I ain't gonna lie. That's because
it's just they all sound the same.
Well, Act
I feel what you guys are saying.
Yeah. Honestly, though,
CLB second disc, and then Scorpion second disc, and then some of his other music don't drag. Like even Kendrick's album drags. That's just
no. Hold on. Y'all are saying the album dragged. Y'all saying the album dragged.
No. Scorpion
it's 52 minutes.
Like every song on Scorpion sounds like every song on this album sounds literally.
Think about it. Y'all just said the album drag is 52 minutes, one of his shortest projects ever. I just think we didn't enjoy it. I'll throw in an interjection, or I'll throw something on the table. What I think why we're having also like kind of adverse reaction to this album. This is the album that just preceded Kendrick dropping, and we're thinking that these two are in some type of fucking like hip hop battle, bro. Let's be honest, right? So we just heard Kendrick drop some shit, and we think Drake is just gonna knock it out the park. Except this nigga is singing with fucking loafers on, like fucking two-stepping on the dance floor. You feel me? So like,
I'll counter that. Another thing on top of that, separate from Kendrick entirely, is that Drake's last album didn't have a 2-year song, nor did the reception was completely all the way 100%. We like it.
Nah, Kyrie, you can't say that, bro. Because like over the past couple of weeks, have you heard the fucking like Kendrick album anywhere?
Yes.
I heard the Hard 5 on radio once.
I'm still.
Where did you?
I'm not lying.
Where did you hear?
Hold on. Let me make my point. My thing is, a lot of niggas tend to, when they talk about Kendrick, they act like there's not 3 good songs on that album that do have replay value. I get it. The whole album does not have replay value. That's understood.
Yeah, but we're not saying replay value. I'm saying when you step out the crib, do you hear Kendrick?
Nigga, where did you go and hear that shit? We trying to go investigate. What the fuck?
I hear Rich Spirit.
Where at?
Okay.
And I hear the song with Kodak.
Facts.
I've heard Rich Spirit a couple times because it's on playlists on Spotify.
Those are the 3 songs you should expect to hear. I hate when people bring up like my mama, my auntie is a man now. Of course, you're not gonna hear that anywhere because that song is not supposed to be played anywhere.
Like, this nigga lying, bro. This nigga lying, y'all.